There's always more to the story. Two sides of the same coin. Sometimes it's fate, and sometimes it's your decisions. Sometimes it's the way you handle things, and sometimes it's just the plan that was laid out for you. And how do you know the difference? I certainly don't. And so I wrote a whole album describing that feeling of not understanding, being misunderstood, being perceived, and what that means in the world, and how much control we have over the things we do, and how much of it is not in our hands. It's a lot. It's emotional, it's feeling, it's more than I ever thought that I would share with the world. I think I always thought the stuff I made would be cool. I always thought that it would be like Little Peep. I wanted to be like edgy but not too deep to where it scares people off. And I guess I used to not want to reveal that much about myself because it's so annoying. I didn't want to be known, even though like my biggest craving in the world is to be understood. I guess there's a difference between being known and being understood. Lots of people can think they know you, but not that many people will understand you like fully. I don't know if that's even a realistic expectation to have somebody fully understand you. Um, but here we are talking about my album and its two bonus tracks because I just released the long play version of it, which I'm obsessed with. I literally love it so much. The first and last songs, um, the bonus tracks, they mean so much to me. I feel like it completely wrapped up every feeling I had. What do you want? Say it to the camera.
You want this taquito? What you recorded?
Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it from?
Uh, Taco Shack. They're good.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take
What you
that.
recording for?
Nothing, my YouTube channel. That's my brother. Anyways, I kind of really want to eat that taquito, but I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait. Part of me wanted to release a video and talk about all the mistakes I've ever made in my life because the weight of it was so heavy. But instead, I didn't do that, and I went to bed and I came down off of my hypomania and realized that maybe one day I'll do that, but that day was not the day. And a lot of that guilt that I feel for the mistakes that I've made, the many, 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 many mistakes that I've made, um, is shown in these songs. And part of me wanted to sit here and read through every single lyric on this album and explain it all to you, but I think that you could come up with an idea yourself. And if you don't understand, then go look deeper into yourself and find some type of understanding because it's not about understanding me, it's about you understanding how those lyrics make you feel and what it has to do with you. And if you're not listening to it, then good for you. Like you'll never have to explore those feelings. um I do want to say one thing about my court jester and this circus and wanting to for it to be anybody else. But of course, it was whoever it was. There's so many of those in our lives. And when they leave, or when they move on, or when you move on, and when you leave, you have to remember that they have their own story. And whatever version of the story you're carrying with you might not be the same. As much as you think you're justified in feeling it, as much as you think that it's true, their truth may be different, and that's okay. That's okay. Abusers oftentimes think they're right. um, I know that's kind of an extreme, but like what made me think of it is in one of the songs I talk about how the liquor store turned me down, and it was when I was like 17 and I was trying to buy alcohol illegally, and the guy at the liquor store turned me down, and I was pissed because at the time me and my mom had been fighting. Like I just wanted to go get drunk and be numb and blah 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 and listen to Little Peep. Which I probably did either way. But I remember thinking like how stuck up and dumb that guy was, even though he was literally just doing his job. And his perception of the interaction was probably like, I helped that girl by putting a boundary there and saying no. So it's like not all of the stories we tell ourselves are true. And that is such a harsh reality for me to learn. And I think that's why like I really am someone that will always go back and apologize for the things that I messed up because I did mess up and I can see it from your perspective and I'm just so sorry. And I feel so guilty. And then I have to pull myself back in and say, am I saying sorry because I feel guilty or am I saying sorry because I am sorry I did XYZ? So yeah, that's what 7 years of therapy looks like. um, it's such a blessing. I really hope you like that album. If you want me to make an in-depth video talking about each and every lyric, please let me know because I would love to do that. I would love to sit here and yap about that album with you. Um, and I might do it even if you are not interested. Excuse me. Excuse my burp. I keep thinking of my court jester. And it's funny because when the court jester hops off their horse and goes backstage, they light up their cigarette and they get on the phone and start arguing with their girlfriend that's not their girlfriend. And their life is like so crappy compared to the stage they're going on. And for me, my court jester was my sunshine. Like, my court jester was a laugh, a distraction. It was something to focus all my energy on because it took me away from all the other mistakes that I have ever made. And the thought about the truth and what is true and what's not. And like I'm so thankful for my court jester for being there for me and smiling, but I also have to remember that that person is suffering themselves and whatever story they're telling about me doesn't really matter because they're on the phone with their girlfriend that's not their girlfriend. You feel me? I'm gonna cut this part out. I've had many court jesters. Yes, I have. Many that were like lovers, many that were friends, many that were like not platonic, but not even anything. I've had many clowns in my life, and I've been the clown so many times. Thought I was the fool, but you were the clown. My court jester. You were fake, but you were funny. I hate that I'm on here talking about this, but the lyrics were just so good. I felt like I had to touch on my court jester because I thought that was like the epitome of good writing. Wonder, I wonder if FKA Twigs would like it. I was listening to her on the way home from the grocery store today. Anyways, talk to you later. Talk to you later. I cut that shit out. Oh my god. It's what day is it? It's May something something, and the world something in the world's not right. The moon is acting up. People are having tiffies. Everyone I talk to is like, I want to curse and yell right now, and we do, and we move on. Give a gaff. Give a gaff about being perceived. Move on. Move on. Yeah.